Welcome into Tiger Talks Wrestling. I am your host, Tony. I am joined today by my co-host, Mr. Awesome, and a very special guest. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the show. We're here today for our Money in the Bank 2023 predictions. I am joined by apparently no longer the TikTok champion, but Liv Morgan's husband, the almighty Shazam.
What's up?
How you doing, John?
Doing good. You're doing a lot better on Saturday if certain things happen, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right? I get that. We'll see if certain things come to fruition with her or other people, as we'll dive right in here. We may or may not be joined by another person or two. We'll see. But you know how this goes.
Yes.
For anybody in the comments, anybody watching, if you have any predictions yourself, go ahead and put them in the chat at any time. Otherwise, we're going to get this ball on the road. Before I do, though, last week's SmackDown, kind of disappointing with this first match we're going to talk about here. I'll bring it up. The fact that apparently Vince McMahon decided to rewrite part of the show again, and we were supposed to get a potential replacement in this match for one individual, depending on how the match would have turned out, as we got robbed of seeing Shotzi versus Bayley this past Friday night on SmackDown. I mean, all the build the week before to it, and then the match just gets cut by Vince.
I mean, it's stupid as hell.
I agree.
But I feel like it could evolve to something that people might not expect.
Like what?
Like someone costing someone during the match.
That could be. We'll see.
Because apparently, Shotzi is rumored to be going to England.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, she could be there for SmackDown tomorrow night for that matter, too. So
True.
Because, yes, SmackDown will be pre-taped, technically, for us here in the U.S., over there in the U.K., and we'll see it at 8 p.m. our time, but they'll tape it at 8 p.m. their time, of course.
Is it in Liverpool?
It's in the same exact building that Money in the Bank is in London.
Okay.
The O2.
Gotcha.
2 nights in a row. For that matter, I can go over what's going to happen on that show before we get too far into this. Once I get the right page. You can see, you already see the first match that we'll talk about. Of course, you got Roman Reigns returning again tomorrow night. First time since the Usos betrayed him, if you will. Since Jey Uso betrayed him, I guess, technically, you have to say.
Beautiful.
I know, right? I mean, you went from such a great episode of SmackDown 2 weeks ago to, I'm sorry, but the crappy show that we got this past Friday night on Fox, but you could beat a dead horse, right?
Right.
Besides the return of Roman Reigns, you got Charlotte Flair going one-on-one with Asuka for the WWE Women's Championship. I don't think we're going to get a clear-cut victor out of that match because Bianca Belair's probably going to get involved, I have a feeling, even though Adam Pearce told her she's not going to be allowed at ringside for the match. I still feel like we're going to get a triple threat match between those three ladies for that title at SummerSlam, probably here in Detroit.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if that's what you're thinking, but that's my feelings on it. I think that's the route they're going to go with that. Maybe see a cash in at SummerSlam as well, but I'm feeling triple threat at SummerSlam between Bianca, Charlotte, and Asuka. We're not going to get a clear-cut victor on SmackDown. And then, of course, you got Pretty Deadly versus KO and Sami Zayn for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. KO and Sami have to win that. I don't see Pretty Deadly getting the tag titles this quick.
That'd be pretty deadly for the ratings.
Pretty good one.
Like it.
And of course, the other big news for SmackDown tomorrow night is the Grayson Waller effect will be having the guest Logan Paul returning to SmackDown for the first time in several months. So,
can you explain to me why Grayson Waller is not in the ladder match?
He's still recuperating from a broken leg, knee, whatever it is that he suffered in his NXT title match against Carmelo Hayes.
Oh.
So he's not cleared to be right.
I mean, I prefer him over Logan Paul in there.
Well, we'll get more into Logan Paul later, but...
Oh, I know we will. Swear to God.
There's a lot to talk about, Logan. We'll get to that, right? But yeah, that's all set for SmackDown tomorrow night. I'm sure Roman and the Solo and the Usos will probably main event the show, just like they're probably going to main event Money in the Bank. So that's what that'll be. But let's go into Money in the Bank. Speaking of course, the show starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. over there in the UK. I'm going with this match to talk about first, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I like how in the graphic here they actually have the women's Money in the Bank briefcase in the background there behind Zoe. I don't know if that's in all these pictures or not because I haven't gone through and looked at all of them, but pretty nice touch if it's not. Of course, this women's match is kind of heel heavy here. You got technically four heels, and then you got two baby faces in this match. Usually you see it pretty evened out. That's kind of why I was thinking maybe something would have happened that Bayley would have lost and Shotzi would have gotten her spot in this match, but we know what happened somewhat. Vince happened. Instead, you got both members of Damage Control, Io Sky and Bayley, and then Zelina Vega representing SmackDown in this match. And then Raw's got Zoe, the Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, and of course, big time Becky Lynch, the man. You can make a case, I feel like, for just about any of these ladies to win this match. However, I think it comes down to one for me. I could see possibly two of them. What are you thinking, John?
I could see it for two, but one, it just seems destined for. The other one will be a great storyline.
Right.
With that being said, I think your Money in the Bank women's winner is going to be Io Sky.
Before we go too much further into that,
you didn't think you were going to just bury me and you just get away with it, did you? First of all, remember who was here before you? Daddy, right here. Secondly, how dare I show up late? I'm Jeff Hardy of podcast. I'm sorry. The only thing I have not done is show up drunk and screw you out of anything. So,
well, that's hi. Good. Hi, Kevin.
Hi. You don't get to talk to me, John. You can kiss my ass.
What did I do?
Everything. You don't get to. You're gonna let this poor guy here sit here and bury me? Screw you.
Well, someone had to bring you up when it comes to the elite because you weren't here. So I had to act like you about all the young bucks.
Let me show you how it's done, because there's only one me, and you're listening to him. Nah, I'm messing around. I like messing. So,
I know.
So what I missed while I was gone.
Not much from this show yet. We're just talking about SmackDown, how crappy last week's show was compared to the week before, and Vince screwing up everything, and previewing this week's SmackDown, and starting with this match for Money in the Bank.
Let's be honest here. The only thing good on SmackDown right now is the Bloodline storyline right now.
For the most part, yeah.
All right. Seeing how I'm around children. I'm going to put my Baby Yoda shirt on.
But anyway, yeah, you were saying Io Sky is your pick, John, to win this match. Who was your...
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Who's my other one?
Who was your other person, yeah?
Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley would be freaking amazing.
True.
Well, time for Daddy to come save the show.
I'll let you get to your opinions out there in a sec, Kev. But I honestly, those are the same two people I had in mind. Becky would be overcoming the odds, and that would lead to her winning the match. But my pick is also... She's got to be the odds-on favorite, I feel like. Everybody seems to want her to win it, which might mean that she won't get it because of that. Who knows? You never know what WWE's booking as of late. And the whole retrospective of Triple H versus Vince McMahon for the most part right now. But yeah, I got to go with Io Sky. I don't see how it would make sense, really. I mean, I guess you could make a case for Trish, kind of. But I don't feel like it makes sense to have Trish or Zoe or Zelina or Bailey really to win the match here and win the briefcase.
Right. I'm just going to say this. Some wrestling fans are stupid. You don't want nostalgia, but yet you pop every single time when Trish Stratus is out there. When she's doing the same old boring ass promos she did back in the day, just rehashing it, and you're just eating it up like it's fucking ramen. But Smart Money would have it with two people in here. I want to point out how unselfish Bailey is. You know what I mean? Let's just point that out. Seriously. She has put over a lot of talent. She has put so many people over that she didn't have to. Let's just be honest. And on top of that, she doesn't have a title because she doesn't need a title. But anyway, go ahead.
Right.
Sorry, I interrupted you. My fault.
You didn't interrupt anything. It was your turn to talk. Who do you got?
Oh, well, I would say probably realistically, it would have to go to either Bailey or Becky. Honestly, it has to. It has to go to Bailey or it has to go to Becky. Some could argue, yeah, she never really got her rematch or whatever, but it has to go to Bailey. And she has to lose the briefcase to Io. That's why I look at it.
I know the rumors I've been reading is that whomever wins this women's Money in the Bank ladder match is set to lose when they cash in the briefcase this time around, because the women have never lost when they've cashed in. So,
in that case, it's going to be Zelina Vega.
Well, his man crush Liv Morgan ain't in this match, so I would have said Liv, but
Well, no, what I feel like's gonna happen is Io's gonna win the match, but when she goes to cash in, that's when Bailey's gonna actually cost Io the briefcase in the match.
Huh.
In the end of Damage Control as we know it.
About
That's
time.
Right? We've been seeing the cracks lately, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really enjoy the whole entire thing that's been going on with Damage Control. I really like how unselfish Bailey is. She's letting Dakota Kai and Io Sky get all this time, and just her being there is going to get people to watch.
Speaking of, kind of makes you wonder if Dakota Kai wasn't injured, would she been a part of this match, or would she have been outside trying to help Bailey and Io and had something else going on at Money in the Bank? Unfortunately, she is injured, so we'll never know. But
yeah, it sucks.
Could you imagine though if Dakota would have been in there instead of Zelina, and then Becky's the only baby face in there?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
That'd really be.
Becky's not. Now I'm thinking more of it. Becky is currently in the storyline right now, so I don't think she's going to win this.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't pick her to win, because I feel like Trish and Zoe are going to make sure Becky doesn't win and vice versa. So.
Yeah, Zelina's just there, but I think she's really gonna. I think she's gonna shine the most. But I picked because I did make a pick in the league. I did pick Becky, but the more I think about it, I think really Bailey. And I think she's going to lose it to Io, and then she's going to fuck over Io when she cashes in. Because she's bitter about losing her. Yeah.
All right. Moving along. Who's going to go with this match? You got the Intercontinental Championship on the line as the original bro, Matt Riddle, goes one-on-one with the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of the modern era, the Ring General, Gunther.
I'll let ladies go first. So let's not all go at once. I'm not doing it. I'm saving the best for last. So I'll let y'all go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
Fuck it. Gunther will win this match. And then we'll get that first surprise after the match where Randy will return and RKO Riddle.
So, I'm going to give a little scenario. I mean, Gunther's winning this match. There's no question on that, in my opinion. What if we get, though, after the match, you get Imperium beating up on Riddle, you get Randy Orton out there, he helps Riddle, and then that's when he RKOs Riddle after they take care of Imperium.
Either way,
I mean, they are RKO'd. More than likely, if Randy shows up at Money in the Bank, yes.
If anything, if I know Randy's track record, he's not going to wait till after the match. I think he's going to do it during the match.
You could be right. There could be a ref bump or ref distraction from Imperium.
I just think that Randy won't even give a shit. I think he's just going to RKO the shit out of Riddle, and then he's going to RKO the shit out of Gunther. And there you go. It's going to be Randy Orton standing. So
I kind of like that idea. I mean, Randy Orton possibly going after the Intercontinental title too.
Yep, and it could lead at Survivor Series or SummerSlam,
Could be Gunther versus Riddle versus Randy Orton for the title.
That would be a good match.
I mean, we've seen what Gunther was like in a triple threat match at Mania, so why not?
It was
Randy
good.
and Riddle are
That was-
much different than Sheamus, Drew, but
Oh yeah, Sheamus and Drew were really good, but
that was one of the best matches ever. I thought.
it's not quite as good as the Banger King. But I'll talk about that at a later date. But we'll get there.
All right. So we all three got Gunther retaining anyway, and Randy Orton
he's
possibly
retaining.
popping up with an RKO to at least one, if not everybody, home.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think this Intercontinental title reign is going to last for Gunther? Do you think he's going to beat Honky Tonk Man's record?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I don't see anybody right now on the Raw roster that can stop him. You know what I mean? Even if they wanted to, they could call up like somebody like Carmelo Hayes or something, but that's not. But realistically, do you think somebody like Carmelo Hayes could beat somebody like Gunther? Like honestly, realistically, because I mean, they could have him lose it to Braun Breaker, but it wouldn't make sense.
I was going to say, I could see Braun Breaker being a little more sense than Carmelo.
It just wouldn't make sense to, you know what I mean, for him to lose to somebody that's just popping up after finally making the Intercontinental title interesting again.
Right.
Because let's be honest here, he is. I mean, Meltzer. I mean, Meltzer's on his dick for God's sakes. I mean, he has to be doing something right. I mean, because we all know who his noodle is going to be wet for mostly, Kenny Omega. But still,
Yeah.
Still, like Meltzer needs to chill. Like he needs to go on and ride some.
What do you think, John? Is he making it to pass Honky Tonk's record or no?
How much longer would he have to be till he gets past there?
Oh, I didn't know you'd ask that. Let me double check. I know he'd still have to go. I want to see a couple more months after SummerSlam to get there. I'll tell you for sure here. I also have heard a rumor that Gunther is currently a favorite to win the Royal Rumble next year.
I think he already passed it.
No. Honky Tonk Man's at 450 days. Gunther's at 384 as of today. So 384. So he'll be at 386 come Saturday.
I think he's definitely beating the record, though, for sure. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't.
So that means,
if I'm being honest, I don't see any reason why. I mean, hell, I'm not going to argue with that. I mean,
it'll be another 68.
Can't think of a better champ.
Yeah, because I don't think he's losing the title till Royal Rumble, then going in and winning the Rumble. So he's definitely beating Honky's record.
I could see a man he's never beaten coming up on the roster and beating him, Mr. Ilya Dragunov.
There was rumors that they potentially could have Ilya Dragunov join Imperium too. So
maybe they could probably kick one of the members of Imperium out and bring him in.
I know. I seen your reaction to that, John. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that either. But I mean, Dragunov and Gunther had some great matches in NXT UK and NXT, but
I think it would be here. I would do it this way, right?
we'll see.
I would make it like this. I would make a whole new Imperium. I'd get rid of this current Imperium because let's be honest, they're just jobbers right now, pretty much. I would get rid of them. I would have Ilya Dragunov. I would have Gallius, and I would have Pete Dunne.
That'd be an interesting group.
Mm-hmm. It's
Gallus Dragunov and Gunther.
Yeah, I'd call it the Legion. Or the United Legion or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like the United Legion.
Yeah.
But knowing them, they probably name it something stupid like Kingdom Come or some shit.
All right. I pushed high. Now go away. I mean, you just got to hold it past, what is it? Roadblock, I think, is what they got. I can't remember. They got a couple pay-per-views coming back, to retain the beat Honky Tonk's record.
It's good to see.
Interesting to see anyway.
I mean,
okay, honestly, John, I think you're gonna like this one. Yeah, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who never lost the women's tag team titles, facing off against the undisputed women's tag team champions Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler.
If this was fishing, Raquel Rodriguez would be a floater. Because that's all she's been doing this year. She's been she's literally just a back seat dancer to the real show. Like, how many fucking tag team matches, how many tag team partners is this girl gonna have?
Hey, she's had a few this year.
But, seeing how, all her tag team partners lose most of the time, what makes me think this is not going to be any different.
I bet John begs to differ with you.
That's because he's got a woman crush on her.
He's not wrong.
Of course he's going to be he's like Stan Marsh with Wendy.
Anywho. Go ahead.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead and say it. Liv Morgan's getting it. Go ahead.
Can I just say this return was amazing?
Yeah,
it was so amazing because Liv Morgan is going to tap out to Ronda Rousey and champions retain.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Wow. Oh, you're actually dogging your wife? That's a shock.
She's not going to. Well, the whole thing is, I'm going to be the first person to beat Ronda 3 times. You haven't actually beaten Ronda. They've all been cheated victories. So this time, Ronda gets the win how it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I can't believe I just heard that coming out of you.
And she goes back into limbo for another 2.5 years before she gets the Baron Corbin treatment and gets on NXT.
Hey, I told you earlier, Tony, she's only the one thing until Nikita gets that call up.
Yeah, it's true. But still.
Which, by the way, that match, I'm not even going to say anything about the Hayes and Corbin match. Like, for Corbin to do that little callback as a desperation attempt to try to get people behind him, and nobody cared at all. Nobody cared. It was dead fucking silent. When he came out to the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin, it was silent. Nobody did it. You could clearly hear the moment where they panned in sounds. you could probably hear the blow dryer click on. That's how quiet it was. And that's just how little I care about this match. So Ronda and Shayna's going to retain. Of course they are, because why wouldn't they? Give them like 5 minutes.
I mean, I hope they get a little more than 5, but still.
Me too.
5.5.
Sure.
No, they'll get 5 minutes and 10 seconds, including the referee raising their hand.
Because unfortunately, I feel like the women's division matches have kind of been lacking lately in WWE again. So, but anyway,
What do you mean,
we make it
kinda?
3 for 3. I think I'm gonna go with Ronda and Shayna retaining the tag titles here too. I mean, the women's tag titles have been hot potato so many times since they came into existence. But I feel like with Ronda and Shayna, they're probably gonna try and give them a pretty decent run as the tag team champions.
Yeah, and the way Ronda has been talking about how she wants to make women's wrestling like better, and she wants to start with the tag team division, and
Right.
she wants to make it an actual. She's serious about this. She's even said multiple times on her streams, like this belt is not a belt to me. It means something, and I want her exact words were, and I quote, I want these to fucking mean something. That was her words, not mine. And
Right.
I don't know, but matches like this is not going to help your case, Ronda. I'm sorry.
I will say I could see them potentially going into a rivalry with Caden and Katana after this. I mean, after the match they had on Raw a few weeks back, I felt like they had a really good match, those two teams, personally.
And I like her
Caden and
match.
Katana actually could have won.
I like the match she did with Dawn and Alba as well. I think they did pretty.
That
I
was a
think
good
that was really
match.
solid.
It was. I kind of wish that the other team would have won, but hey, I wasn't surprised either.
I mean,
so.
hey, it's the best we actually got out of Ronda since she came back. She's been lazy and not even trying. But
I kind of would agree. I think it's the best we've seen out of Shayna in quite a while too, personally.
like, I like the fact. I like how Ronda's playing into the crowd. How they say she's lazy and she doesn't do much. She's kind of just playing into it. I really like that.
Right.
But there's that other part in the back of my mind saying, "Who says she's playing?"
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. Be interesting to see who gets next against Shayna and Ronda after this, though. There's not a whole lot of tag teams really in the women's division. So.
Well, time to get Vince on the phone and throw together a random team. Bailey and we'll have Bailey and Dana Brooke there.
I don't think so. Dana's a little bit busy in NXT right now, but who knows? All right.
Yeah, she's busy getting injured.
Kind of true. Dominic Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes, the next match we got on tap.
Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm actually looking forward to this match.
Of course, Rhea Ripley will be in Dom's corner, even though they don't show her there. You are? How come?
Honestly, this is going to be a real... I mean, we already know, like, since Dom's match at WrestleMania, he's really been turned up. Like, for real. Like, that heat that he gets every time he even goes there, that's some Eddie Guerrero level heat that he gets. And I think when he goes, he's going to go into London. He's going to show out. And I think Cody's going to make him look great.
We had this discussion a little bit already, John. So that sounds familiar.
But at the end of the day, he's not going to get the win. But it's going to be a good learning curve. But it's going to be a real test for him. But he's not going to get the win. Cody's taking it. unless he gets fucked over by Brock
You got
Lesnar.
John.
Dom comes in there and takes it.
So I think we're gonna see two things happen in this match. I think Brandy Rhodes is gonna get involved to kind of even that out, take care of the Rhea issue. But then once you think Cody has the match won, the music hits, and like Buster was just saying, Brock Lesnar comes out, beats the crap out of Cody. Dom wins the match.
Got to be a ref bump or something in there. If
'Cause I had
that
forgotten.
happens, this is not no DQ.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of envision it this way. I feel like I could see Dom winning with help from Brock, but I think they're going to go with Cody winning. But then after the match, with that open invitation still there from Cody, Brock Lesnar will make an appearance at Money in the Bank and probably will take out a already injured or already beaten down, if you will, Cody Rhodes, leading into their rematch at SummerSlam. Whether or not it'll actually be a match here or just a beatdown from Brock, I think it'll probably just be a beatdown, but who knows? It could lead to a match too. But I feel like no matter what, we're seeing Brock Lesnar at Money in the Bank.
Oh,
To keep
for
up
sure.
his record of being at every single premium live event this year, as a matter of fact. Which is a record
When's
for
the
him.
last time you could say that?
Wow, the
Back
most
in
work he's
2000.
done all
Or two.
most work he's done in the last 5 years.
So, yeah. Yeah, I feel like they need to have Cody win here, but if he's not winning, then yeah, shenanigans definitely will lead to Dom winning. Dom's definitely not winning straight up over Cody Rhodes.
You'd be a fool to actually have him lose, you know what I mean, like straight up.
This match should be a fun one. You got the World Heavyweight Championship on the line as Seth freaking Rollins defends against Finn Balor in a match that's 7.5 years in the making.
Gonna be honest with you, as good as Finn Balor and Seth Rollins always are, they always have good matches together. But I'm like, really, Finn? You're still holding on to something 7 years ago because your poor little shoulder couldn't hold against the rails. That sounds like to me, Finn, that's a you problem. But still, not going to be good enough to get the title because he has full momentum right now, and I don't see him lose. I don't see Seth Rollins losing that title right. Not yet. But it's going to be a
You got Seth winning. What do you got,
kick-ass
John?
match.
I got Seth
Yeah.
winning. However, I feel like after the match, some big guy from Scotland makes a little appearance and, claymores the shit out of Seth Rollins.
Gee, I wonder who that Scotsman could be.
I wonder.
And I'm sensing a certain little somebody might cash in if that happens.
That's what I'm thinking too.
That all depends on where the placement of these matches take place, too. So,
Well, the rumor is that it's possible that the men's Money in the Bank match might kick off the show.
I could definitely see a cash-in happening if that happens. Because
Yep.
they've been doing it with the women on the same show lately, so why not switch it around for once?
Exactly.
I don't know. This one's tough. I know rumor has it that there's supposed to be a big surprise ending to a match at Money in the Bank, but I almost feel like it could be this one, but I think I'm going to have to agree. I got Seth freaking Rollins beating Finn, but I could see Drew either just laying out Seth and possibly the cash in, but we'll see what happens there. I kind of want to go with Finn winning, but it's hard to. Although I feel like I disagree with Kevin here. I feel like the build up to this match has been spectacular, and it would have been a mistake if they
It
didn't bring
has.
up 7 years ago.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I mean, I love the build up. I actually been saying for a while I actually like the build up for this match, but I don't think Finn's winning because he has full momentum right now. He's like Seth's been getting got every time they've been in the ring. Every
Right.
chance that Finn's, yeah. So, and I get it, his poor little shoulder couldn't hold out one power bomb. Now he held on to that for 7 years. Didn't wait. You had a chance to screw him out of the Universal title against Roman Reigns, which would have made perfect sense on why, like, eye for an eye, title for a title, that would have been good. But you didn't. You missed out on that. But you had to wait till
True.
now, till they made a secondary title. And it's like, let's have a secondary feud. It's a good feud, by the way. I'm really liking it. But I'm calling a spade a spade. Anyway.
Anywho, I could easily see this man match of the night, though.
Oh, yeah, I don't see why not, man. His match with AJ was awesome.
Right?
A lot of people sleep on that match. I mean, those two are always good. Can we get a rematch between him and AJ, please? Like, that'd be awesome.
That'd be phenomenal.
I know, right? We'd be ready to fly.
Pun intended. All right. Speaking of, since we were mentioning it, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So, John, you and I spoke about this a little bit last week, I want to say. There's two people I feel like have the best shot out of these 7 men to win in this match. And from what I hear, well, 3 actually, I think. But from what I hear, Vince McMahon has his pick. Triple H has his pick. And they're 2 different guys, of course. Which one we'll get, who knows?
Well, if the whole cash in thing happens, it's got to be only one person. One name on that briefcase, and that name is L.A. Knight.
You'd be an absolute look. You'd be an idiot to not do that. Like, you're missing out on a good opportunity right here. You'd be a fool.
Right?
Give the man a briefcase. And he's even said multiple times, even when it wasn't recorded, he's like when they weren't filming for SmackDown, whatever. He said, "I didn't ask you guys, I didn't beg you guys to like me. It just happened."
And what happened the last time that L.A. Knight was in a match, a ladder match with something money involved?
He won.
Yeah,
was there a certain little somebody named when he was a certain somebody named Eli Drake?
No, we're talking LA Knight and Cameron Grimes.
Oh yeah, he's got to.
Well, John, one of your buddies here, Jamie says LA Knight is a flavor of the month.
Oh, Jamie's in the chat.
All right, listen here. For those that's the typical Marky response. So let me handle this. First of all, there's a lot of flavors of the month. We could go with Ricochet at one point. Everyone would say how he was a big deal. And look where he's at now. Look where he's at now. But
back in a match he's been in multiple times before.
I feel like this. 1 or 2 people gotta win this. If you really want to be a troll, give it to Logan Paul. But I mean, he hasn't won a match yet, so what makes me think this is not gonna happen?
And he beat the Miz. What are you talking about?
I mean, everyone's beating the Miz at that point. Does it really matter? Like, even the Miz is beating the Miz at one point.
The only thing I'm looking forward to in this match from Logan Paul is a superplex off the ladder with Ricochet.
He's going to do some crazy shit with Ricochet, honestly. Love Logan Paul or hate Logan Paul, you got to admit that fucking Rumble spot was amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Like, love him or hate him, like, people continuously shit on him because of the whole, crypto scams that he's got going on and all the stuff behind the scenes and stuff. It's a controversial figure, of course. He's a fucking Paul. They're always, dude. Jake Paul, just as controversial as Logan Paul. But we can't take away talent. You know what I mean? And
Right.
he's got a lot of talent.
He
But
does.
it's one of those things where it's like, you're good, but you're not good enough yet to trust somebody with the briefcase. You know what I mean? Not yet. You're not quite there yet. But then again, they pushed Austin Theory, and he wasn't ready.
Exactly.
Like, he's nowhere near ready. Like, he literally looks like a deer in the headlights. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's just going with it.
I hate to say I
You know
told
what I
you so, but last year I did tell you so, and Austin Theory did win. So,
But one
also,
or two people are getting it.
Jamie feels that Randy Orton will be involved with this match and be a participant. Someone will get hurt, and he will be the replacement. If there's a replacement or another person added into this match, I feel like it won't be Randy. It'd be Drew before it'd be Randy.
Yeah, because Randy, his back, he barely got cleared. Like,
well, I guess the question is here then, who do you think would be the one that gets taken out?
Probably Logan or Nakamura.
Nakamura.
Yeah, no. Santos.
I was gonna say I could see Escobar or Ricochet possibly. Well, not Ricochet more than likely.
Because Santos is getting
Logan to have their spot.
Is in a feud right now because Santos is in a feud with two factions, Judgment Day and the Bloodline.
Yeah.
I look for Shinsuke to get taken
insane.
out in the middle of the match. I'd look for that to happen in the middle of the match for sure.
So what I could see happening is with the rivalry that we've been seeing on Raw, it's been Shinsuke, Ricochet, and Reed. So I could easily see Bronson Reed attacking Shinsuke in the back. And possibly Ricochet too, but easily taking out Shinsuke. He could beat up both guys, and just the fact being that Shinsuke is not good to go and Ricochet is after the beatdown. So, it would make sense story-wise.
Well, I'm going to pick two here. If I was to see anybody winning this, it would either be one or two people. It'd be Damian Priest, because that dude has been on a roll. That dude is a champion, whether you want to admit it or not. That dude needs a title. He went from nothing in NXT to nobody on the roster to like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he here? To a beast since joining Judgment Day. And I look for either him winning it or LA Knight, because he is so over right now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And he's been over for a long time. It's actually been over a lot longer. He was over in Impact, and when they did nothing with it. So don't make the same mistake that Impact did. Do something with this. So if Damian Priest doesn't win it, definitely give it to Knight.
So I could see Priest or Knight winning it, but I mentioned this to you last week, John. I'm sticking with it. I got to go Logan Paul here. I could easily see them going with Logan Paul with all the social media following that he's got and wanting to get the likes and all the views on social media from it. Vince McMahon's pick to win this match is Logan Paul. So I could easily see Logan Paul being the one in the long run that gets the Money in the Bank briefcase and wins this match.
Okay, so who do you guys would be like the most surprising showing in this match?
Honestly, Logan Paul.
I'd have to go with Butch.
I was gonna say I'd go. Is it gonna be Butch, or are we getting the return of Pete Dunne though? Because I mean they are in his home country, in his home.
I feel like if you're gonna do something like switch it back, this would be the place to do it.
Yeah, I would go.
Or they could
nuts
write.
if they played the Bruiserweight theme song instead of the Brawling Brutes theme song for his entrance.
Yeah.
Or they could have Butch get attacked backstage, and you'll see someone's about to win. Then you hear his theme song hit, and it's Pete Dunne theme song, and he comes out, and it was actually a ruse the whole time.
I feel like this needs to be where we see Pete Dunne instead of Butch anyway. It's been rumored for so long that they wanted to get it. I mean, I know I've seen Triple H wants him away from the Brawling Brutes once they give him back Pete Dunne name, but it just feels too perfect to have him be Pete Dunne here instead of Butch.
What if Ridge Holland fucks him over of the Money in the Bank and they have a feud, and that's how you change him from Butch to Pete Dunne?
I don't like that.
Yeah. Where's Sheamus fall in there?
Well, Sheamus has his own problems with what happened to him on Friday with Solo Sikoa. I don't think he's gonna care right now what happened.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You'll see great spots for a lot of the guys, I feel like, in this match, no matter what. So, but yeah, LA Knight's the odds-on favorite. I just feel like Vince McMahon's probably going to get his way, and his pick is going to go over Triple H's pick of LA Knight. But we'll see. I mean, the storylines, to me, part of my thinking for Logan Paul as well is the storyline's already there with Seth freaking Rollins as world champion. So it makes sense for Logan Paul then to go and cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Seth Rollins and win the World Heavyweight title.
That'd be crazy.
Payback from WrestleMania. So I can see it. Doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, but what have certain people called me before? We'll see.
A job.
Main event time. Yes. Nostradamus. We got a civil war on our hands here at Money in the Bank. The Bloodline Civil War. Got the Usos going up against their brother, Solo Sikoa, and of course their cousin, the head of the table, the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
Okay. This might surprise you, this might not. I think they're going to continue to protect Roman as usual. I think the Usos are going to win here, and I think Solo is going to be the one to eat the pin.
Okay. John, what do you got?
So I think a lot's going to go down in this match. It's going to lead to some great booking. Solo's taking the pin. But I feel like there's going to be some shenanigans afterwards. And somehow Jimmy's going to get injured again, because that's his specialty. But I believe it's something's going to happen, and it's going to cause Solo to not agree with Roman.
True.
And at SummerSlam, Roman defends the title in a triple threat against Solo and Jay.
Interesting.
I can see that. So this one, I feel like one of the tougher ones to pick. Roman and Solo just lost to KO and Sammy, partially because of the Usos. There's not going to really be a KO and Sammy or anything like that getting involved more than likely in this match. I mean, KO and Sammy, yes, are going to be in London because we know they got the tag team title match tomorrow night. It's so hard to bet against Roman Reigns in any type of a match, in my opinion, right now. Got the right track in mind here going towards SummerSlam. I feel like we're going to get main event Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship. The Usos should win. I just have this feeling that somehow, some way, shape, or form, Roman and Solo are going to pull it out, though. I'm going with Roman and Solo beating the Usos here.
Yeah,
I don't know if
to be fair, a Roman match is really difficult to call.
Right?
You think it's going to go one way and it goes another.
I mean, we all bet against him at WrestleMania, and look what happened.
Yeah, Solo happened.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could have interference from Paul Heyman. They could bring in somebody else, too. Who knows here?
Same thing at the Clash at the Castle. We all thought Drew was taking it. And what happened? Solo. Or as I like to call him, Umaga Jr.
Right.
No. I call him Solo Fatu.
That works as well.
There you go.
Because you're nothing more than a Jacob Fatu bootleg.
But I'm sure this tag team match will be the actual main event. Many people would probably argue that Seth and Drew should be, but this storyline to me is the major one in WWE, and this match just has to go on last. I mean, I know I was the opposite with the last Premium Live event for the tag team titles for online. I felt like the world title should have main evented, even though it didn't. But this one with Roman involved, I feel like it's got to go last. What do you got, Justin?
I look for Seth and Finn.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I thought Seth and Finn were fighting, not Seth and Drew.
Seth and Finn, sorry, yes.
Yeah,
I may have got Drew on the mind thinking Drew's going to be there in the UK.
Well, yeah, he's from there.
He's supposed to be a professional. That's the type of stuff that I deal with. Let me go take my Adderall before I lose my mind.
So I can make mistakes. What's new?
First day back, and you're already making me look bad, man. Come on, dude. You're supposed to be putting me over, dude.
I mean, if I wanted to make you look bad, I'd bring up the Young Bucks and what they've been doing lately. So.
I mean, I could always pull the Jim Cornette and just talk about how modern day wrestling sucks compared to the territory days.
Remember when we had that kid from the UK in the chat?
Yes. The Jim Cornette lover, pretty much.
Yeah, and how Eddie looked like Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
You should have been there, Kev. It was definitely interesting.
I would have a field day with that.
I could see the comparison.
Just no.
So do you think we're getting any other surprises besides possibly Brock, Drew, and Randy at Money in the Bank?
Yes. I think the reason why Logan Paul is going to lose the ladder match is because Cena's getting involved.
You think John Cena's going to make an appearance?
Yes. Because we all know that at some point down the line, it's going to be Logan Paul versus John Cena. So let's just get it over with, have it at SummerSlam, and call it good.
You just want John Cena to be in SummerSlam, that's all.
Well, yeah, so I can be a part of Let's go,
What if,
Cena. Cena sucks.
What if we actually hear from a sleeping giant that's been asleep for a while named Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, we could potentially see. I mean, if we get
I thought
Bobby
you were gonna
Lashley,
say
there's gonna
Omos.
be. If we get Bobby Lashley, we're getting another return too.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe Bobby Lashley will. I think Lashley might come back there. I don't know. Maybe.
Like I said, if he does, you're
It
gonna
just
see the Eater
doesn't.
of Worlds too.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? I don't think Lashley. Maybe I'm just reaching. You know what I mean? I probably want Lashley to come back. I'm just reaching.
I
But
mean, they have been showing vignettes saying that Lashley was coming back soon. The last couple weeks on SmackDown, so they
yeah,
could potentially announce it tomorrow that he's coming back at Money in the Bank. Who knows?
if not at Money in the Bank, then definitely the SmackDown after for SummerSlam. They won't have him miss SummerSlam.
No, I think he's not going to be in some little battle royal type match like it was for WrestleMania wise. That all was because of the stuff that happened so close to WrestleMania, unfortunately for Bobby. But
So I guess the real question here is, when do we see Bray again?
like I said, if we see Bobby Lashley at Money in the Bank, I feel like you're seeing Bray Wyatt because that match is scheduled to take place at SummerSlam as long as Bray is set to go.
All right. Am I the only one that is not behind the Bray Wyatt's return since he came back? I just was like, dude, just stop it. Because it started
pretty
off
much.
good. It started off good. But let's be honest, his return has been kind of shitty. 2 months of just standing there talking and building for nothing, only for it to go to a shitty ass lights, whatever the hell that was supposed to be,
Pitch black match.
to promote your shitty Mountain Dew.
Which they also promoted after the show too, during the press conference.
Gosh. Sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That was a sponsor for one of the matches at WrestleMania. All right. Let me see.
So was Snickers.
Yeah, that too.
Because Kevin was eating them
So,
all.
talked with
Kevin
John.
Owens was eating them all.
Yeah. That he did. Talked with John a little bit about it. Kevin, what do you think is going to happen with the Charlotte Asuka match for the women's title tomorrow night?
I have a feeling that Asuka's going to retain. I think it's going to lead to a triple threat match between Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotte. I think Bianca's going to fuck over Charlotte.
Yeah, it does.
I think Bianca's going to get tired of Charlotte cutting in line, and she's finally going to get tired of because what she said on the Grayson Waller effect makes me feel like Bianca's about to do a heelish thing and fuck over Charlotte. So your winner by disqualification.
So I was
Charlotte
seeing,
Flair.
right? So I was seeing rumors for a while there that Bianca and the Street Profits supposedly are supposed to be getting turned heel. But then the most recent rumors say, no, those rumors are false and they're not turning heel. So we'll see what happens with that. It almost feels like the way that they're booking Bianca right now, I could definitely see a heel turn coming out of it, though.
Yeah.
And the Street Profits, really. I am surprised in a way.
Montez Ford. I look for Ford to turn on Dawkins.
I don't know. We'll see. I am kind of surprised how they've been booking the Street Profits, though. I mean, the Street Profits, they keep mentioning how they were the number one tag team drafted in this year's draft.
Yep.
They won their first match back on SmackDown when they got drafted there and have lost every match since, including being the first team eliminated in the gauntlet. And of course, they lost to Pretty Deadly this past week too. So there's that. But anywho, all right. Look forward to seeing how things turn out with that tomorrow.
That's going to be interesting for sure.
It's Saturday, I should say. Tomorrow and Saturday. SmackDown London tomorrow. Money in the Bank on Saturday. John's over there yawning up a storm. We're boring him to death.
It's been a long day.
Oh, you weren't bored when you were trying to bury me, but now I'm here. Now you can't got nothing to say. First you turn on your wife, Liv Morgan. Now you're turning on us. Okay, I see. You throw your wife to the prairie dogs like that. You're being a bad fanboy.
That's because
being
Liv
a
Morgan
terrible
is just
stalker.
the cover up for Nikita Lyons. We all know that.
You could always, but at least you're not doing like Sonya Deville's crazy fans do, breaking into her house and stuff.
Wait, she has fans? How much does
Well,
she pay
no,
them?
psycho fans that break into her house and she has to go to court over. Because I don't know if you heard about that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just absolute. Those are not fans, by the way. Those are just disgusting human beings.
Exactly.
Only in wrestling. Anyway. Only in
Tis-
wrestling will you lose your mind to the point where you break into somebody's house and try to like do certain things to them that you're not supposed to do, because I can't say it because YouTube.
Well,
Are we having
luckily
a
for
Stone
her,
Cold break-in moment?
Oh no, it's
It's
more
been-
like a Katie Vick, only not. More like a Katie Vick moment, only not with a dead person. Okay,
got it,
that's not
Bray Wyatt.
YouTube friendly.
WWE 2K did announce today that Bray Wyatt's going to be part of their next
Yeah,
DLC pack.
I
And
saw
Uncle
I saw what they were using with how I saw the model they were using. That is a terrible model.
I wouldn't be
Their
surprised if we get
last
the
model.
Fiend.
The last model they used for him was way better.
Yeah.
I know people on the community creations that make better versions of Bray Wyatt. That looks like T-Bar, only with blonde hair. It literally looks like Bane / T-Bar.
They still
What the
need
hell
to
are you
change his.
doing?
Dijak.
I actually don't mind the Dijak. It's a lot better than freaking T-Bar.
It's a Terminator
No, I
1.
agree. They need to change it. True.
I guess it's time for them to change him back to. I mean, no, hold on. Let's get one thing straight. Let's make one thing abundantly clear. I know some people that made Terminator look good. Kenny Omega. Have we forgot about that?
Yeah, I have.
Oh wait, it's not Liv Morgan enough for you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Nope, it's not.
Are you really talking up Kenny Omega now, Kev?
How elite.
Hey, don't push your luck. I actually
Next
don't
thing we
mind
know-
Kenny Omega.
Next thing we know, he's going to start putting up the E's for the elite.
To be honest, dude, I actually have no issues with Kenny Omega at all. He's not a one-dimensional fucking wrestler like certain fucking piece of shit tag team wrestlers I know as the young fucks. But
There it is.
they've actually been all right lately. They've done tolerable wrestling. Tolerable wrestling.
Tolerable.
They've been
I mean,
semi-tolerable.
they do have here in a few weeks Blood and Guts coming up that they'll be part of. So
Well, I'm gonna have a feeling I'm gonna lose all my blood and guts by the time that match is over with. 'Cause holy shit, that match is gonna be, especially if Kenny is injured again, like I've been hearing. Now, well, there goes the one person that can carry the match.
the only person I know about of that group that's injured is Brian. So
Oh yeah, Brian. Oh yeah, my bad. But I got a question to ask you. When the fuck isn't Brian Danielson injured?
that's a good question as of late, honestly.
He's always injured.
2007.
Yeah. But,
God, that dude is the only person that I know that can get injured by tagging. No, never mind. That's Kevin Nash. The only man in existence of the only old man that I know that tears his quad tagging in his partner.
not wrong.
How do you tear your quad tagging in your partner? I see him tag in. Next thing I hear is I'm like, what the hell happened to you? Just tear your damn quad tagging your partner in? What?
He ran out of diesel.
Oh, he ran out of something. We'll go
That
with
one was
diesel. Yeah, diesel power. Honk, honk. Tore your quad. There's a reason why I call him the quad killer, Kevin Nash. There's a reason why. If this was a shooter, he'll never have to worry about a quad feed ever again. Quad kill. But anyway, I got tons of dad jokes. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone.
That's probably a wise idea. All right. Well, it's gone a little bit off the rails now. What's new?
Kind of like Kevin. You mean kind of like Kevin Nash's quads went off the rails, or off the bone again?
And again.
No wonder he had
and
to
again.
retire. That's not a tumor on your leg. No, that's how many times I tore my quad and it got swelled up like that big. Looking like Adam Rose's gut and everything else. What the hell is wrong with that? Anyway. Anywho. God.
All right. I look forward to seeing SmackDown and Money in the Bank both in the O2 in London tomorrow and Saturday. Anything you guys want to plug before we go off the air? Nothing. Gotcha. So my next show I'll be doing.
Usually it would be my Twitch, but I don't have a Twitch no more. I'm retired.
I was gonna say I seen you did a little video on YouTube yesterday, so.
Yep, I still do YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm retired from Twitch, but I'm not retired from Kick.
Gotcha.
Or YouTube. And I'm not dead.
Next time I plan on being on the air will probably be either next Thursday maybe, or the week after. One or the other will be for another VTW review show. Kev.
Okay.
I'll keep you tuned on that one. Other than that, the next time we'll be here for this type of a review show, or a prediction show, I mean. Won't be until SummerSlam, pretty much, I think.
Well, hopefully, Daddy will allow me to come back this time. Because he
Yeah,
hates
your best baby.
me. Because he hates me.
Because AEW doesn't have nothing before then. So yeah, the next time for a prediction show will be SummerSlam prediction show at the beginning part of August.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we should go, but
Well,
hey,
actually,
deep
I know
subject.
SummerSlam's been all right the last 10 years, but Survivor Series has kind of just been, it's becoming the bragging rights.
Hey, it was better last year with War Games.
Yeah, but it was still bragging rights with War Games in it.
Not last year, was it?
One of those was just bragging rights. Honestly, I missed. Oh wait, no, that was the Bloodline shit. Yeah, that's right. Within the War
Duh.
Games match. Yeah. Hey, don't you duh me.
I did duh
You don't
you.
get to duh me. Don't you duh me, duh.
Too late.
I was thinking of
How do you
the
forget the whole
Undisputed
bloodline?
Era. I was thinking of the whole Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era one. That's what I was thinking of.
That was NXT. We're talking Survivor Series here, pal.
Well, excuse me, king of making mistakes. Sorry I pulled a you for a minute here.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry to take your job and making mistakes.
Now, who wants to be grounded again?
You know what? Fine. Did you really
But
think I was
anyway.
going to ever change?
No.
You can tie the leash as hard as you want to, or put the muzzle on as much as you want to. I'm never going to change. Anyway. Anywho, we're getting off the rails.
And who's it? Thank you guys for coming on. Darn that Eddie for not showing up either in here or in the comment section. Shame on him.
That
But
damn
Eddie,
Yorka.
yeah, really. But thanks to Jamie for being in the comment section briefly anyway. With that, we'll catch you guys next time.